My wife bought a lamp. She loves it. It stopped working. And it has this little switch here. To turn it on and off, you don't actually use the switch. It's a touch lamp. And you're supposed to be able to touch it here, and it's supposed to come on and off. But no matter where I have the switch set, it doesn't come on and off. So my goal for today, see if I can fix my wife's favorite lamp. And then this lid comes off. Okay. So there's the lid. It looks like there's this little wire right here. So I'm assuming like when you touch it, this completes some circuit maybe. And it looks like this wire comes through here and is soldered right to there. Oh, yeah, interesting. Okay. But if I touch this, nothing happens. But if I touch this solder joint, it does. So I wonder if there's just a bad crimp on this wire. So touching this still works. Touching this, nothing. Okay, so at this point, I know I'm not going to be able to fix this. I just don't know enough about how this circuit works. I think I'm going to give up on this, and I think I'm going to end up using this. This is an ESP32, and I have this ring of LEDs. And what I want to do is replace the circuitry in here with WLED using that ring of LEDs and then connecting it to Home Assistant so it's actually voice activated, and we have full RGB capabilities so we can actually color it to align with any kind of aesthetic we want in the room that it's in. The biggest problem I have is I really wanted to fix this and surprise my wife before she got home, and she gets home in about 4 hours. What I need to do first is take some measurements, make a quick design in Onshape, and then send it to my 3D printer. The outside of the LED ring was 65, right? Maybe 66. So let's just make it 68. All right. And that'll hold the ring. So that's good. There was a center hole, and that center hole was 10 millimeters, but I'm going to do 10.5. I think I have that room to play with, so that'll be nice. I'm going to go ahead and extrude this, and let's just extrude this. Let's make it a little bit beefy. So let's do 4 millimeters on the top. Let's sketch here, and let's just make a, what was it? It was 60 by 40, right? That's the size of our circuit board. Let's get 5.6 off, no flash, and I'll get 8. Okay, and let's put it right center. These are 2 mil holes. Now I'm going to put this down because we're going to do 8 mil screws. These holes are 2 mil. Rather than do the funny thing, on corners and halfway down. How do we do that? All right, I have a different plan. Let's do this. I'm going to make this 58. Now make this 38. And I'm going to make one just bigger than this. That is 62. Actually, this is going to probably. My goal person that was so that the internet work on my side, so that's around for the LED. Okay, so that's not going to be as bad as I thought. That's only going to take about 30 minutes to print. So then I just have to build out the circuitry. There's my ESP32. All right, so we know the gray wire here is positive. That's good. So I can take this connector off and add one of my own on. My 3D print just came off the printer and it slides on just fine. Looks like it's going to work good. And right now it's 2 o'clock. Means I have 3 hours before she gets home. That looks lovely. Not really. So this is it. And we are about to plug the power in. Oh, there it goes. Nice. So I just ran into a problem. When I put the lid on, it doesn't go because there's not enough room up here. So I think it's a solvable problem.
Okay, this footage was pretty terrible, but let me just tell you what the problem was and how I fixed it. The metal center bolt is actually hollow, and it has a hole drilled in the side of it at one point, which allows the power wires to be fed up through it and come out so that you can plug it into the board. What was happening is the bolts didn't want to thread down over that hole, and I needed them lower than that hole to make all this fit at the widest point in the base. So that's what I was trying to do here. I just did a terrible job at getting footage of it.
I'm using a bunch of hot glue to essentially form a washer that will hold this level. Then I can screw this on, and this is what holds the dome at a specific height. Actually, I think this one is supposed to hold the top of this down, which we're not going to be using anymore. And this one holds the dome at a specific height. Well, there you have it. With a little bit of solder, an ESP32, and some LEDs, I was able to bring this lamp back from the dead. Now, the jury is still out on how good this is because it's not as bright as I remembered it being. And I don't know if that's because of the LEDs I'm using or something else. So I'm probably going to have to do a little more research. So this project may not be done, but this video is. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time.